Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It is July 24th, giving you a Bench Lake fire update. Hotshot crew is got a spike camp up at the fourth lake, or sorry, up at Bench Lakes. This is looking at Fourth Lake. You can see some burn off in the distance. Less trees burned than I thought. A little smoldering going on still up there. And if you're enjoying this page, we ask you to donate to our coffee website. We've been seeing some donations come in and really appreciate that effort. Looking at the Stanley Valley this morning, no major plumes coming up or major smoke, but we are seeing lots of cumulus clouds strolling in with that monsoonal air and moisture ahead of that cold front that's going to be coming in this afternoon. Redfish cam is also looking pretty clear. Good to see around the fire. Thermal imagery is not showing any hot spots on the fire. I did miss yesterday. There was an IR update for the fire, so let's take a look at that. All the red are isolated fires around there that are just kind of still smoldering. Scattered fire is a little bit more just more fire in the area than the isolated ones. And then shifting to the north side of the fire, you can see this is still kind of been where it's burning the most, where they've been working on it the most actively. So still, it's pushed away from Fishhook Yurt, still not really showing any signs of their bench huts, so the huts are looking pretty good. It's a lot of that fire has moved away from Redfish as well. They did a lot of mop up yesterday with the sprinkler line system here, using pumps to go further into the fire and put out hot spots. All right, let's look at some other things. So we added a 1.5 mile containment line yesterday. So I think we're up to 34% containment, and that was on the northeast quadrant here. So right near the Redfish complex, so that's good for a lot of people that are looking to reopen their business over there. I don't have any information for the visitor center. I had a comment yesterday asking about that. Hopefully they continue to push that containment line over towards Fishhook Hut. It's a pretty big day for the fire today. Whoops. Because we are going to be seeing a cold front come through later today. So that's really going to test a lot of these containment lines, and more so on this northwest corner where it's been burning still the hottest, because we're going to have some southwest winds which kind of funnel in from the west here, so it could fan it back down towards down valley. The fire outlook for today, this is from their weather meteorologists on site. We're going to have high temperature today. That's going to set the red flag warning up a little bit more. The winds are going to pick up, especially for the next 2 days. We're going to have some isolated winds too as well. So they're thinking sustained gusts today of about 20 miles per hour with local gusts of 45 to 55 with those nearby thunderstorms and the outflow winds that come off the top of them and downwards. So none of that is really good for the fire. It's going to be really kind of tested today to see what's going on. Kind of other updates with the fire. There is a spike camp somewhere set up in the Bench Lakes area, probably down here, I imagine. And that's so they can get crews kind of in here faster to work on some hot spots that are been working on Dave Dog and up towards Fifth Lake. It still seems like it's smoldering a little bit. So those are updates on the fire line. Let's look at what's going on for thunderstorm activity today. So this is the leading edge of that cold front that's coming through. It's going to be really coming through tomorrow, but the chance of thunder showers are going to pick up pretty dramatically tonight. So kind of keep your eye on the fires right here. So as we get into the evening hours around 8 o'clock, you see some pretty big cells moving through. Yesterday they did record a with those storms that came through 2 days ago, there was about a trace of moisture that fell through here. So when we're looking at the DBZs, that's what this coating is on the bottom. When we have yellow to orange, which we're seeing over the fire, those are rain rates of 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain per hour. So if this were to hover over the fire for an hour, we'd see rates measurable water of 1/2 inch to 1 inch. It's not hovering over the fire for that long. These are quick moving cells. But it will lay down some water. It's looking like more a trace to a couple tenths of 1 inch of rain. So that'll happen. I guess the only good news is it's happening kind of after dark when the humidity usually goes up. There are going to be some winds involved with this, so not really sure how that helps with fire activity. Nighttime versus daytime. I think nighttime would be better. They're probably not going to be working on the fire at night because it's more hazardous, and especially with these increased winds. So that's the only thing that worries me, is that they might have to kind of let it do its thing until tomorrow when it's safer to work on the fire. So we'll see what happens with with these thunder showers and cold front that picks up the winds today. The only blessing is that it could lay down some moisture. It will have some thunder or lightning with it too, so hopefully it doesn't start any new fires. And then working across for tomorrow, you can see this is the cold front right behind this leading edge of moisture here. We have some more severe activity, even more red spots. They're very small, isolated thunderstorms, but those will pick up and continue over the fire tomorrow night as well. So lots of severe activity over the next 24 hours. It's really going to test the fire, and hopefully the fire lines, containment lines hold out there.